If there's one thing that you take away from this episode, hopefully it's Spot It, because it's a great game that we are obsessed with. There are so many ways to use it. Support the ocular motor skills, visual perception. You know, I mean, we literally played it at the table last night. We used it in the clinic. I recommend it to all my families. There's a bunch of different versions as well. There's different characters, different themes. It's just like a simple little game that you can just take on the go with you when you're traveling. It's so easy to learn. Like, it's not complicated at all.
No, and you can play it in so many different ways.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica, and this is All Things Sensory by Harkla.
We are both certified occupational therapy assistants, and together with Harkla, we are on a mission to empower parents, therapists, and educators to help raise confident and strong children of all abilities.
On this podcast, we chat about all things sensory, diving into special needs, occupational therapy, parenting, self-care, overall health and wellness, and so much more.
We are here to provide raw, honest, and fun strategies, ideas, and information for parents, therapists, and educators, as well as other professionals to implement into daily life.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey there, welcome back to All Things Sensory by Harkla. We're so happy to have you here today. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're talking all about the holidays and all about some gifts and experience ideas for the holidays.
Yeah, for Christmas.
For Christmas. I mean, some people don't celebrate Christmas.
That's true.
You know, I like to be inclusive and make sure that if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's okay. If you do gifts, then we'll share some gift ideas for whatever holiday you celebrate.
Okay, great. Yeah, we came up with this idea just because I feel like so often we get questions, what should I get my child? They don't play with puzzles or books or, you know, the kind of typical childhood toys and games. My child doesn't like those, so what the heck do I get them for Christmas? And, you know, I think we talked about this in another episode where it's like, put away the to-do list, throw away the to-do list, throw away the expectations, create some new expectations of like, Christmas doesn't have to be this huge, big, extravagant, expensive ordeal. It could be something really simple, a small fidget toy that your child is so excited about because it's their favorite fidget. Like that, that means more than other gifts that they don't actually want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think finding new Christmas gift ideas for the holidays can be tricky, but that's why we wanted to do this episode.
Yeah. So let's jump in and go through the items that we have listed here. We will kind of go over them and talk about them and why we love them, and then we'll link everything in the show notes for you to check out if that is something that you're interested in as well. The first one being a Webe Kalm. This is a, you know, just a fun way to work on self-regulation. It makes me think of those little whistles that you blow and then the ball floats in the air. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. We had them as kids. We had them in the clinic a long time ago, and this one's great because that ball doesn't leave the little cylinder. They blow, and then the little ball rises up. They sustain that breath and they hold it, and then the ball falls back down. It's a great way to work on some of those deep breathing skills, self-regulation, the convergence, the breath control, sustaining that breath, proprioceptive input. It's simple, it's effective, it's fun. I've had my kids use these in the car to help get some proprioception, to help reduce potential motion sickness. So yeah, I love it. My kids love it, and hopefully your kids do too.
Yep. The next one is, the technical name for this is the Hoberman sphere, but it's one of those breathing balls. So it's like pretty small, and then you can...
No, there's a lot of different sizes.
Okay, there's different sizes. The one I'm imagining is like this big, and you open it up and it gets bigger, and then you close it again. And it's a really great breathing tool or breathing visual, because when you're opening it up, you can take your deep breath in, you can hold it, and then as you close the ball or the sphere, then you slowly breathe out. So it's great for that, but I mean, it's a ball, so it can also be used for a variety of other games and activities. This is a really great one for kids of all ages, I think.
Yeah, I love it. The next one is the Yogibo beanbag chair. This is one that I found years ago, and I could never remember the name of it. And then I came across it not too long ago. And it's just like a soft moon pod of a beanbag chair. It's squishy and soft and, hugs you in all the right places. And there's a bunch of different sizes. There's a bunch of different shapes. There's a bunch of different versions and colors and options. So if you are in the market for a beanbag chair, or you're making a cozy corner, a calm down corner at your school, this is a great option to check out and look into.
I will say any giant beanbag would really probably be a great gift idea.
You're not wrong.
That was what I got Logan for his birthday a couple years ago, was the giant beanbag, and it was so fun. I mean, it was just from Amazon. It wasn't even this cool one.
Yeah.
But he opened it, got it out of the box, and took a couple hours for it to expand, and now it's one of his favorite things.
Best.
So there you go. Next is a sensory compression swing. If you've been with us for a while, you know that Harkla, we make our own compression swings. We've got a variety of different colors, but this swing is such a great tool for kids who are sensory seekers, but also for kids who are sensory avoiders. It is the perfect size for young children, but also for older children as well. My son, who is almost 12, loves it also. I mean, it's fun for us, even as adults.
Oh, yeah.
So a great...
I go wild.
Of course you do. So really great option.
The next one is Spot It. Spot It is a card game that we are obsessed with. There are so many ways to use it. Support the ocular motor skills, visual perception. We literally played it at the table last night. I used it in the clinic. I recommend it to all my families. There's a bunch of different versions as well. There's different characters, different themes. It's just like a simple little game that you can just take on the go with you when you're traveling. Like, if you don't have Spot It, you've never heard of Spot It, if there's one thing that you take away from this episode, hopefully it's Spot It, because it's a great game.
It's super fun.
And it's so easy to learn. Like, it's not complicated at all.
No, and you can play it in so many different ways. Mm-hmm. Yes. You found the next one, so you talk about this one.
Yes. This is a sensory art project thing. And it's basically, you think of paint by number, color by number. It's like sensory by number, or clay by number, right? So you have like the mat, and then you have the different colored clay options, and you have to like mold the clay on the paper in order to make it look like, turn into a picture. And I just thought it was a really cool thing to get for maybe older kiddos who are into art and like sensory bins, and they're very tactile. I just thought it was a cool option.
That is a cool idea.
Yeah,
I do like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Next is a glow-in-the-dark basketball.
Yeah.
Really, I think glow-in-the-dark anything is cool, novel, different, fun, especially this is a great option for a sensory room or a sensory calm down corner to have in there, but just any type of glow-in-the-dark toy, I really think is a great gift idea.
Yeah, they had a glow-in-the-dark football as well, and I think they actually had a rim, like a glow-in-the-dark rim that went around the basketball hoop, so you could obviously see where you need to shoot the ball.
Could play in the dark,
but you just said putting that in the room, like that'd be a cool thing to have in your room for a little sensory space.
Yeah.
Turn the lights off, play some glow basketball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it'd be fun.
Yes.
Next one is a rock wall. Again, this is more of a high ticket item if you are redoing the room, if you are adding a sensory space in your house, if you're adding this to your school. I don't know if you can, if you're adding this to your clinic. This is one that I've used. It's called Tree Frog. It's a DIY rock wall that you can put up on your wall. And there's a bunch of different color options. It's really pretty simple to install. You just want to make sure you install it into the studs. And maybe you combine that with some monkey bars. And it just makes for a fun sensory activity and, a cool sensory room too.
Yes, super great to have in the room. Mm-hmm. The next would be a gymnastics bar. Going along with this, I would even say like a pull-up bar for the doorway. But the gymnastic bars are really cool because your child can like flip and hang and climb. So really great for those kids who are into climbing and hanging on the bars, maybe at the playground. This can be a way to do it in your house, and you can have some mats or some pads underneath. So if they do fall, it's a little bit cushioned.
A little bit cushioned. Yeah. And I think too, this one, it was great for kids who don't like hanging from the monkey bars. Maybe they are a little gravitationally insecure. Maybe they have weak hands and they're weaker. And this is a great way to start strengthening their upper body and their hands too in the comfort of their own home. That way they're not hanging from the monkey bars and they're absolutely petrified of heights. It's just an easy way to ease into it.
Or you could also do like a trapeze bar. You know, I'm thinking of a house where you have a room that you have some of this equipment, whether it's the gym or a sensory room. Maybe you already have a swing hook. Then you could also get a trapeze bar.
Yes.
So there's like 5 items all in one.
I know. Good luck. And then the next one is one that I have on my Christmas list.
Oh, yeah.
It's the I don't know how you say it, the Stapelstein?
Stapelstein?
Stapelstein.
I don't know.
It's actually, I don't know where they're located. They're not in the United States. I believe they ship to the United States, but they're these sensory stepping stones. But there's such a huge variety in that you can like turn them upside down. You can turn them right side up. You can use them as chairs. You can use them as like, you can change the height of them. You can use it as like a wiggle seat or a stepping stool. Just like a lot of imaginative play as well. There's a huge variety of ways that you can play with it, but I don't know, these are on my Christmas list, so I figured I'd share them with everyone else and be like, okay, let's all get them. We can be matching.
Absolutely. So those were 10 ideas for kids. Now we want to do 10 ideas for adults.
Yes.
The adults in your life. Put it on your Christmas list. The first one is vibration plate. We've talked about this a lot. We like the company Life Pro. They have a couple of different options. Little bit pricier, you know, but something that you're going to use forever.
I will say, watch it on Amazon because I do see the price go up and down quite frequently.
And with the holidays, there's going to be sales.
Yes. And I have seen it as low as $115. So
there you go.
I obviously am watching that one quite frequently, but I have 2 of these, so they're great. Highly recommend. The next one is Vital Neuro. This is neurofeedback training in the comfort of your own home. This is by the company Advanced Brain Technologies, who does the listening program. You know, we love that program. The company Vital Neuro has headphones with EEG monitors on them, and so it responds to how your brain is responding to the music in real time. They've done a lot of great things with people who have high stress jobs, first responders, hospital workers, teachers, and there's some really interesting articles on their website as well and studies that they've done. So definitely check that out. This is a higher ticket item, but something to maybe add to your Christmas list, your wish list. See if it helps.
Yep. Next are the Speks Fidgets, which Rachel is holding right now. So hopefully you're watching us on video. You can see it. These are really great. Maybe stocking stuffers. If you guys do stockings, and throw some Speks Fidget items in there. There's a variety of different ones, different colors. But a really great, simple, easy fidget. Older kids, maybe even for teenagers, this would also be a great option.
Yeah. And then while I'm thinking of it, another company that has some fun fidgets is called Needoh. Needoh, and that's another fun one with like bright colors and squishies and pulls.
We've had one of those before too. Yeah,
the ice block fidget I have, which is really cool. But that's another fun company, great for stocking stuffers too.
There you go.
Okay, the next one is a book, and it's a self-care for ADHD book. If you are ADHD, or if you have ADHD, and maybe you're struggling with self-care, this is a book that I thought would be helpful. If you are a parent or maybe a mom with ADHD, there's another book that I just ordered called Master the Mundane.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I had to pre-order. It's not out yet, but if you are are struggling with those mundane tasks, which a lot of us are, if you have ADHD, that could be a good book. I think it comes out November of this year. Maybe it's already out now. Definitely we'll check and link it if it is.
There you go. The app is another one you added. I was just looking at it. It's free though.
It's free, I believe. You might have to pay for the full version or something, but it's just a helpful way to manage your to-do list, kind of keep track of reminders. A lot of those self-care tasks are hard to remember, to eat a healthy breakfast, drink some water, stay hydrated, pay your bills, check your mail, open your mail, sort your mail, you know, speaking of on a personal level.
Oh no, is your mail piling up?
No, we're doing okay.
It's called Through Day?
Through Day, yeah.
I thought it was Thursday at first, but it's
it looks like Thursday. But it's an app focused on neurodivergent brains. And I thought that was cool.
Have you been using it?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good one to look into, especially, I mean, free is always great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The next one on our list would be like a tracking device for your phone, your keys, your wallet. I actually teased my dad over the summer that I needed to get him one of these because he was losing his phone a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of like an AirTag.
Yep.
Or like this one's called Tile, but it's just, you know, it could be helpful if you need a little extra help.
I think it's great, especially for busy parents, busy professionals. Just takes one thing out of what you need to remember. You offload it because you have the device to tell you where your stuff is, and you don't have to think about it, which can be helpful sometimes.
Yep, definitely. And then another great one for the parents of our sensory seekers, they're loop earplugs, or really just any noise canceling earplugs or headphones can be really helpful. This has been a game changer for me. My brother got me a pair of noise canceling, like actual noise canceling headphones for my birthday a few years ago, and if the kids are being like extra crazy and I haven't regulated my own nervous system, then I'll put those on, cancel out all the extra noise, and it's like I'm walking on a cloud.
On a cloud.
I also love them for traveling too. So
there you go.
Yeah.
The next one is a liquid sand frame.
Yes.
This would be something fun to have in like your office, maybe even your bedroom. And it just provides somewhat calming visual input.
Yeah.
Almost like a visual tool to just kind of re-regulate your nervous system.
Yeah, it's like a mix between a sand timer and a bubble timer put together in a picture frame. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just satisfying.
Make sure you check out the link to see it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then a grounding mat. This is a new one that I have come to love. It's just like a mat that you put on the ground and you plug it into the grounding outlet of the wall. And it basically helps your electrical charge. It kind of grounds it. So it's the same thing as like going outside and standing barefoot on the earth. But if you don't have time to go outside and spend some, quality time grounding, this is just a helpful way to, kind of regulate your nervous system as well simultaneously. Like if you're working at the computer a lot, they have grounding sheets, like there's a whole bunch of things. And then going along with this, our systems are just a little bit more sensitive to things like EMFs. So I've been using an EMF blocking like blanket while I'm sitting and doing computer work. If I have my laptop on my lap, that's something that's helpful, and that can be great to maybe travel with as well if you're flying a lot, or if you're on your computer, on your phone, just try and mitigate some of those EMFs.
Last but not least, be an air purifier and a water purifier. I have really been liking the reverse osmosis system. So those would be two other things that would be great gift ideas as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some fun things, some self-care things, but just some higher ticket items that if you're like, hey, people are asking me for what I want for Christmas, you just say, here's some things. If you want to contribute towards any of these, that would be great. Or not, that's fine too. But the next thing that we want to suggest is some experiences or some passes for our kids. I think this is another area that kind of gets missed, and a lot of our kids and our clients, they do well with like memberships to different places or
even gift cards
to certain places.
Yes.
So we thought it would be fun to list a few ideas for experiences and gifts that other people can get your child or your kiddos that will be more beneficial than like a toy.
Yeah, the first one would be like a pad pass or a membership to a trampoline park or some sort of like Ninja Warrior type park place, a pass or a membership to one of those would be so great for so many of our kids.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like, especially in the winter months, if you live somewhere like where we live, where it gets cold in the winter.
Somewhere with weather.
Somewhere with weather. If you live anywhere with weather, if you know, you know, then this is a great gift idea to help the parents get the kids outside. Not outside, sorry. Get them like moving and active.
Yes. And I'm also thinking about maybe younger kiddos, maybe a pass to like a smaller sensory gym or like a little gymnastics place, or there's a local sensory gym here in the Treasure Valley that I'm thinking that'd be a great place. If you have any sensory gyms that you have in your area, asking for gift cards to those.
Yep.
We're also thinking rock walls, rock climbing, swimming.
If you have like a local YMCA, getting them a pass to the local YMCA would be great because they have a lot of different options at those places.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think gift cards are good too. So, if your child or you have a child in your family who loves, a certain store or a certain shop.
Or even a certain food, like if they like these specific smoothies from this one specific spot.
Then getting them a gift card for that spot would be a great option too.
Yeah. Hopefully we've inspired you to think outside the box for your holiday shopping. If you want the links, we'll put as many links as we can in the show notes for you to check out. Let us know if this was helpful, and then also leave a comment wherever you're watching and let us know if there are any other gifts that you would recommend or your kids or a family member has loved in the past as well.
Yes.
Sharing is caring.
Yes, it really is. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah.
Happy holiday shopping.
Yeah. We'll plan on seeing you next week for another episode.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for listening to All Things Sensory by Harkla.
If you want more information on anything mentioned in the show, head over to harkla.co/podcast to get the show notes.
If you have any follow-up questions, the best place to ask those is in the comments on the show notes, or message us on our Instagram account, which is at harkla_family or at All Things Sensory Podcast. If you just search Harkla, you'll find us there.
Like we mentioned before, our podcast listeners get 10% off their first order at Harkla. Whether it's for one of our digital courses or one of our sensory swings, the discount code SENSORY will get you 10% off. That's SENSORY.
Head to harkla.co/sensory to use that discount code right now.
We are so excited to work together to help create confident kids all over the world. While we make every effort to share correct information, we're still learning.
We will double check all of our facts, but realize that medicine is a constantly changing science and art.
One doctor or therapist may have a different way of doing things from another.
We are simply presenting our views and opinions on how to address common sensory challenges, health-related difficulties, and what we have found to be beneficial that will be as evidence-based as possible.
By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as medical advice to treat any medical condition in either yourself or your child.
Consult your child's pediatrician or therapist for any medical issues that he or she may be having.
This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the podcast.
Thanks so much for listening.